Jeez. Whoa. Yeah, I'm here. That's why we. Gee, let me turn this down. Yeah, I'm trying to set this up, man. My main computer is shut off. I don't know how to turn it on. My main my main camera. So I'm using my phone camera right now. All right. For everybody that's watching, we have some technical difficulties. At the last minute, my main computer just shut off. Not my main computer, my main camera just shut off. So now I'm using my phone camera, and I don't know how long I'll be able to use this one because my phone is about to die. My my battery life, my battery life is low. So now I'm steady trying to get my main camera back up. It's weird, weird. All right, let me right then now, right. I mean, if you guys can hear me, put like a thumbs up in the chat or let me know if you can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Somebody send something in the chat so if I know if you guys can hear me. Can't believe as soon as I'm like, all right, boom, ready, record. Next thing you know, my camera was like, no, the shit is not turning on. So at the last minute, because it was actually working a minute ago. As soon as you know, see, this is why I needed some type of support and help in this background, so I could just be able to just get ahead with the show. You know what I'm saying? All right, guys. Let me just stage this. So therefore, let me stage this because I look like I'm gonna have to use this camera instead. Oh, oh yeah, and not to mention my daggone phone is messed up too. I got to buy a new phone. Like I can't even press the screen in a lot of areas of my phone. So I'm having a lot of issues going on right now at the last minute. All right, Gene, you can hear me. Melissa says she cannot hear me. Do y'all have y'all headphones on? All right. All right. I'm just gonna go ahead with this, and So I have two different cameras on, but one of them is not really working. But excuse the technical difficulties, but we are here. We are here. We are here. Appreciate it, guys. I appreciate it, guys. This is Third Eye Philosophy, your host, Moomin Rod D. I have two guests on the show today, two good friends of mine, and we talk on a regular basis. I was hoping they was going to be courageous enough to come up here and chat it up with me. And so we could discuss some things about relationships. Now, what I also want to talk about is I have some videos that I want to show you guys first. Y'all can hear me? Okay. Melissa, can you hear me? Okay. Okay. Todd, you can hear me? Okay. Okay. All right. And today, pretty much, we're going to talk about relationships and why is it on a decline? What's going on with society and our relationship status, our social structure? Why is it collapsing uh, um, more so than progressing? So, okay, we got some people from Facebook chiming in. That's good. That's great. That's great. We got some people from YouTube watching, and we have some people from Facebook that's chiming in. Excellent. Excellent. Right. I was like scrambling at the last minute trying to get all the stuff together, and then my main camera just collapsed on me. Sucks. But without further ado, guys, without further ado,
To be free thinkers, then we need to learn how to feel free. People say feel free, but we don't even know how to feel free or think free. Say what you feel, positive and negative. Welcome to the
all right, this is Third Eye Philosophy. A lot of you guys don't know what that means, but a lot of uh, a lot of things that's happening beyond the physical eye is happening. So I like to talk from a different type of perspective and bring a different type of perspective from a spiritual type angle, a philosophy type angle, from where we see things happening. Um, you have like a good premonition of a lot of things that can happen, and if you have a good algorithm of a lot of things that's happening at all at one time, you know, you could actually predict what's going to happen in the future, in the near future, at least. You have a good, accurate prediction. That those are type of capabilities that third eye give you. Okay. I have guests here today, but for some reason I cannot pull them up. I'm supposed to be able to pull them up, but I'm not seeing I'm not seeing their camera on at all. You know, you guys still with me? Bro, why? It's like I have no control over this right here. This is weird. I'm thinking this may have collapsed on me. This is awkward. I look like I may have to go into it myself, guys. But stick with me in the chats, please. If you're on YouTube, hit that like button. Help me out here. As you can see, this is why I never really go live, because I never really did it before. I did it a couple of times, but now I'm doing it from a different source or platform. You know, so I want to show y'all. I want to show y'all this girl that went viral, right, on TikTok, and you won't believe why she went viral. She went viral because she said that she's submissive to her husband. She's a housewife and she's submissive to her husband. And you believe the backlash she got from a lot of the feminists and a lot of people online, and they call her stupid, they call her crazy, they call she's saying things like she's not a slave. It's weird. It's just weird. And how do we get to a point in society where submitting to your husband is a crime? Not literally a crime, but it's a sin. It's bad for women. That's a terrible notion, you know. But I want y'all to see the video that that went viral. Simple video, real quick, right?
Allie, someone says housewife here, but not submissive. I run it here. My husband is the director of his company, but when he walks into my doors, I'm the boss.
That sounds horrible. That does not sound like a good time. Is he okay? Is he on blood pressure meds? Ma'am, he's running a company to provide for you, and you let him come home to you to boss him around more? That's overtime. Are you paying him?
So she was getting backlash from a lot of people putting their comments in the on that video, and they were saying things like she's stupid, she need to wake up.
She's a stay-at-home wife. You don't need to submit to your husband in order for them to treat you well and be a stay-at-home mom. It's an equal partnership.
I think a lot of women don't understand how they make their husbands look when they post something like this, that it's an equal partnership, that they don't admire him at all, that he's just there and, they're just best buddies doing this journey of life together. No, it doesn't work that way. You should have a certain amount of reverence and respect for what your husband does for you, because it's a very hard world out there for men, and he's doing that for you. It's not that you guys are not equal in importance for human reproduction, because we are, but we're not equal in design in any way. And a lot of men go around and they go to work, and guess what? They talk to each other about how their wives are treating them. And so when your husband talks about you, how do you want him to discuss you? You want him to be glowing, right? So I recommend, maybe putting him as your priority a little bit. I'm just trying to address a lot of fear, because I hear that argument a lot. Well, if you're just a wife, you're going to lose yourself. But if we keep feeding women this narrative, like, they're going to eat it up and they're going to buy it. But if you have a man who can protect, provide, and cherish you, it's like, no, it's a no-brainer. Of course, you're going to go ahead and pursue something like that. But women are always thinking, oh, I lose something in a marriage. I'm vulnerable. I don't think so. I think men take the bigger risk in assuming all of the responsibility for finances within a marriage. If you look at the divorce statistics, it's pretty cut and dry. So, like, sometimes I hear, what happens if your husband leaves you for someone younger? I actually don't worry about that, because I know how the family courts are. It's more so the fact that, like, my women's satisfaction in marriage, we have a lot more autonomy over that than we think, because we end up leaving most of the time.
I think 80% of the time women are the ones causing the divorce.
It's 90% if you're college educated.
Now that girl started getting a lot of slack from being online and saying that she's submissive to her husband. She's pretty young. She's like 27, right? And her husband, I think he's like 57 or something like that, but he's a high value man. I mean, he makes a lot of money, whatever the case is, so she can be a stay-at-home mom. But the whole idea that women, the idea of being submissive, women tend to, modern day women tend to look at it like it's some type of stigma, some type of slavery, some type of negative thing for them to be in support of their man. It's just saying that pretty much they're allowing him to take the lead in the relationship. It ain't really allowing, but it's like we biologically hardwired for that, So here's another video of a woman that said she wouldn't leave her man if he cheats on her. Now this could be a little more controversial. But I have my take on that. But check
Why
this out.
should women let their men cheat?
That's super simple. Women should let their men cheat because they're doing it anyway. Most women just are in denial that it's happening because they want to live in a little la la land. The second reason is that there's more women than men. So women are all trying to be with the same man. So if you have a man that is, at least he's loyal to you in the sense that like he's with you, he's providing for you, he's taking care of you, he's giving you that good husband type energy, then if he cheats, you're gonna have to just get over it because most likely he's going to cheat. The statistics show that men are cheating. It's just a matter of understanding what underlying needs are underneath the cheating. Just because someone cheats doesn't mean they don't love you. Remember, sex for guys is like a handshake. So it's not personal. And if you leave the relationship, you're gonna find another guy that's probably gonna cheat too. And I know it's a hard pill to swallow, but as women, we have to just know our value, get in where we fit in, and understand that if we have a man that's not abusive and he's meeting most of our needs, then you should work it out and stay with him.
Right. So basically, this lady was saying that, if a man cheats, that is not that much of a big deal, and as long as you're like being taken care of, that it should be okay. I mean, that's controversial. Like me personally, I don't think men cheating is a huge deal in a relationship, especially if he is the provider and he's taking care of his business. I want to know if y'all can still hear me, because I'm moving around and I'm talking and I see the mic keep going on mute and it's coming back. So guys, please let me know if you can hear me. To me, trying to do like two things at one time is multiple things at one time. I think I'm accidentally hitting buttons that necessarily I'm supposed to be hitting. Okay. So okay. Now, so my thing is, cheating is not that much of a big deal in a man's case, but with a woman, I mean, let's be honest, their value decreased by the multiple men that they actually sleep with. So a lot of men will always look at women who sleep around as tarnished, so they lose that leverage from finding that potential guy that would marry them, especially if they know about their promiscuous past. So these are discussions that have been going on online, and that girl that I just showed you guys has been trending. I'm talking about like 2 million in like the first 2 hours that the video was posted, and it's because of the backlash she was getting from the cancel culture feminist people who and she said something about they was flagging her page and everything. I mean, it's just like, I just don't get how the range it takes for these people to be. Now, another thing I wanted to mention, Kevin Samuels. She called into Kevin Samuels' show, and Kevin Samuels is the one that changed her mind and made her go out and marry the guy she married. So this is very recent, and what I want to do is I want to share my screen with y'all, and I want to show you guys that she spoke to Kevin Samuels before she even married the man. So just for a lot of people that think that Kevin Samuels is just some asshole, y'all don't know the real story about this guy. I mean, y'all just saw little snippets and clippets because Kevin Samuels is fighting that cancel culture, feminist type BS that's going around, where down talking men is such a trend now, where a lot of men is being demonized, but there's more good men than there is bad men out here. But men is being demonized left and right. Come on. Now it's not even sharing. What's going on here? This is bogus, man. Like, what's going on here? I tried logging out and logging back in. It's crazy. I'm like, not letting me do what I want to do. Trying to do certain things here, and it's just not letting me. And shout out to the Free Thinker page. Free Thinker page, we got a couple of people in here watching from the Free Thinker page on YouTube, on Facebook. And then we have most of our people who's coming in here from YouTube. Not quite sure why Gene and Melissa is on the viewing side. I think you're on the viewing side, bro, and you're not in my back office. You're supposed to be in my back office. I'm not sure why you're watching the video and not my back office. So you can be up here as guests. Okay. And my camera is, my share button is not working, so I can't really bring in the other videos I want to show you guys. And there's this guy going around on Instagram, viral dude. He went to Fresh and Fit. He gave his opinion on what's going on between men and women. I want y'all to hear this because it's heartfelt, it's deep, and a lot of women just overlook a lot of stuff when it comes to what men's role is in a relationship. So I'm gonna go ahead and play that.
I don't think most women can actually genuinely understand how lonely the majority of men are.
Yeah.
And you need to truly understand, if you're Joe Schmo, average in nearly every way, in Starbucks working, you ain't getting a DM ever. You girls will never be lonely. As much as you might be unhappy with the possible suitors, you can at least fuck about and flirt if you feel sad. There are men out here in the world who have genuine loneliness. And I can prove this statistically. Why do you think it's all the men killing themselves compared to the women?
That was good. That's a good question, right? I mean, a lot of men are killing themselves. I mean, the suicide rate with men is way higher than women. Because damn near 80% of the damn men out there is not really in the damn dating marketplace. I mean, they're not making money. They're poor. They're getting turned down by women left and right. No woman really bats an eye because they too focused on looking at the higher value men on TV and then wanting that type of energy from an ordinary guy, average guy. So most women do not like average guys around their level. They don't like those type of guys. They only date up the hierarchy when it comes to the dating market, right? So a lot of average men that's on their level, they don't even see them. That's the guy that's working at maybe Starbucks. That's the guy that's working at McDonald's. Maybe that's the guy that's working at the post office. Regular job. He makes his own money. He's independent for himself. But being that he has an average job and he's an average Joe, the average woman is not looking at that man. They're looking for something even more. And I think that's the problem with society, because a lot of the women that say that men are bad, men are trash, whatever the case is, 9 times out of 10 in the same area, if y'all live in the same hood, that they still got their eyes set on that one guy that a lot of other girls got their eyes set on. So that one guy that all the other girls got their eye on, he may not be rich, he may not be famous, but he could just be debonair, right? Debonair, right? He could just be handsome, and a lot of girls in the area think he's handsome. That one guy may be smashing most of the girls in that one neighborhood, and I witnessed this growing up where I'm from in New York, where where this one girl, like multiple girls in the same community, in the same neighborhood, all was talking about that one guy. And that one guy was able to smash all of them. But then somebody like me and some of my other couple of friends tried to talk to those girls in the same neighborhood. We was considered the lames. We was considered nobodies. We was considered, dirt bombs, or whatever you may call guys that it's not on that high tote, right? So so that's how reality works. I mean, with a lot of women, they're not really paying attention to what's on their level and where they at in time. They're always focused on the guys that's getting that bag, and this is why a lot of younger women like older guys, is because it takes time for a man to build his value. As a young guy, he got to go through the schooling. He got to learn how to be confident. He got to learn all of these traits in order to build his alpha. By the time he get old enough and start bringing in the bag, that's when the women start coming. But now, by that time, you could be within 25 to 30 years old to 35 years old by that time. So now you got these younger women with 17, 18, 19, going after those guys, which is older, because they got more to offer as far as finances and resources, and and they're able to provide something more than somebody on their age range can provide them. So a lot of these girls is ignoring the average guys on their level, around their age, and they're going for those guys that already have it. And that's where a lot of girls be making a mistake, because it took that same guy that she's pushing back, the same guy that she's dissing, he's taking his time to get his bag, because he's learning about personality, confidence, and stuff like that. And he's working on getting that bag. And in the meantime, she's dissing him, and a lot of other girls dissing him. Now he's 35, he's getting that bag, and now these girls want to go to him. They're not going to the guy, that they the average guy. They're going for that guy, but that guy took time to get to that point. Now he was being dissed all those years, 15 years being dissed, heartbroken by a lot of these females who keep pretty much dissing him for those higher top tier type guys. Now those girls start coming towards him. What type of mindset you think he's gonna have? I don't trust these girls, because I during my time and my journey of getting this bag, I was being dissed. A lot of these girls was, turning me down because I didn't have I just wasn't that top notch guy, So that's where a lot of females make a mistake, and they end up going for that guy that's up there. But him, he already had his issues with dealing with a lot of women on the come up, and them dissing him. And then now she want to go to him now because he got that bag. He's better than average. He getting that bag now. And he looks at her like, I could get so many more of you now. So it's a good chance 9 times out of 10, this man will not settle. The man will not settle, especially after the past he went through when he was an average guy and couldn't get an average woman. So what I want to do is I'm gonna show you another video. This dude Tate, the mentor, is dropping jewels. He's dropping jewels. So
women confuse this very often. They talk about the fact that men have all the power, men make all the money, men are in charge, and we oppress women. Let me make something very clear to you. Okay. Firstly, you're confusing 1% of men with all men. The majority of men have no money, no power, no sex from their wife, Facts. No fucking chance in court. They can't even keep their house. They won't get to see their kids, and they don't. So most men, their life sucks. Okay. That's the first thing. The second thing, when a man gets up at 4 a.m. to go carry garbage to earn a good wage, he ain't thinking, I'm gonna do this so I can oppress that bitch because she's broke. He's doing it thinking so I can provide for my family, so my woman can stay at home and raise my kids and have nice nails while I'm out here carrying trash. You go to a coal mine, those dudes are not down there thinking about oppressing women. They're down there thinking about providing for women. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that there's not bad apples, but in general, us men are prepared to take on more bullshit to protect you than you would possibly believe. And in the modern world, they've spun that. Feminism spun that. Men make all the money. You women need more money because men make the money and men are in charge and men have the good jobs. Men are out here giving up.
You see, Shout out to Tate, man. Tate the mentor. This guy, like these guys are the manosphere, that's doing big things. They call it red pill, but I'm not 100% sure if they sure what they know what the red pill is. But I think I know why, because a lot of these ideals is leaning toward more conservative idea, traditional ideas, origins of men, right? So a lot of women just don't recognize nowadays the value of a man, period. And a lot of them don't even know their value. That's why they out here twerking about. They out here fucking about and uh, excuse my language. I watch my damn voice. So a lot of them out here just messing around with any old type of guy, and okay. So can y'all hear me? Was y'all able to hear the video? Was y'all able to let's see. Okay. Okay. I definitely appreciate y'all being here. Y'all could be anywhere in the world. And right now everything is gonna be really slow starting off, when it comes to uh, me making these videos, because I haven't really made videos in almost 3 years. Like I haven't really made like a solid video in like 3 years. So a lot of my subscribers and supporters, they out somewhere else doing stuff. A lot of people don't get notifications because my page have been shadow banned. In many cases, everybody that know me know I'm on Facebook. When I'm on Facebook, I get suspended like on a constant basis. And the same thing with Instagram, you know. So I have to try to build up again in order to get a lot of my views and stuff back on to me dropping these videos and stuff again. I appreciate it, Noah. You know, I'm trying to understand why. Okay, because no, if you're watching it, Noah, why you're watching it on YouTube? I'm sure. Sent me a message, y'all. That's what's up. I appreciate you guys sitting here watching this, um, and dealing with me, because right now I'm using this new software, and now it just for some reason I can't turn my other camera on, which was my main camera that I wanted to use, and a lot of things like you see it say cam one on the side, like everybody's gonna see that. Everybody's gonna see it say cam one, right? So that's supposed to be my name, but my main camera is not on, and I can't turn it on. But whatever. I mean, you live and you learn. That's the whole thing about just getting in there and doing it, right? Getting in there, doing it, making it work, making it happen, right? But for a lot of women, you have to be able to see the value in each man, in a man. You know, be able to uh, read by his actions and his personality that what he's doing, is he a go-getter? Is he a strong man? Do other men respect him? And look at a man in that sense, before you could choose whether you want to devote yourself to that man. Now, me, I'm all for submissive women. Now, submissive do not mean a slave. A man is submissive to his family. You understand? He have obligations. He have things he have to do to protect his family, to provide for his family. So a man serves his family. So it's no different. Now, if a woman in a relationship with a man, they married, whatever the case is, she has to be submissive to the family. It ain't just being about being submissive to him, but it's submissive to the future potential of the family. So a lot of people look at it completely different, like, oh, he gonna make me do this, make me do that. Oh, what is this gender roles I have to play? Like a lot of people got real weird fucking questions. But in the beginning, in the full sense of the story, this is why a lot of men don't like marrying these women nowadays. The system is so curved against men, to the point where a lot of men don't even want to go through that type of hassle. We rather just be with somebody for a long time, have a family, raise the family, naturally, without government involvement in all in your marriage and everything, because they lean towards these mentally disabled women, and they empower them using the media and empowering feminist activist groups. In other words, you could take it, feminist is just anti-men, anti-men. Then one thing that the left do is they are masters of linguists, right? So what they do is they take words that you can't really deny, but they use it against what they say it's for. This is what I mean by psychological warfare. Like, for example, they say Black Lives Matter, but yet when black on black crime happens, they ignore it, right? So do Black life really matter? Do Black lives really matter? I mean, if that's the point, then you'll be out there trying to stop Black people from killing Black people. You will stop white people from killing Black people. Anybody that's killing a Black person or harming a Black person in any way, Black lives matter. But no, they only go after racial confrontation. So they're not really for Black lives. They're for political gain. They're for political purposes. So that's what the left do. That's what Democrats, for people that don't know what the left is, the left is Democrat, right? And then you got the far left, which is like the real extreme guys, people like the ones that's wearing wigs and shooting up schools and stuff like that. Okay, those are extreme cases. So the word feminist, right? They come out and they call their whole movement to be a feminist movement, but everything they do is against feminine women. That's why that girl went viral, went 2 million views in less than 2 hours, and more. It went more now, but 2 million views in less than 2 hours, because those feminists hate the idea of a woman being submissive to her husband, her man, somebody that's high value and worth it, worked hard, got a lot of money, got a big house, got all these things. And they're told, and these feminists tell girls like her to don't serve a man. That's completely against our biology, completely. And men, we always been stable since the beginning of time. We never really changed with what we like in a woman and what in a woman. We never really changed. A beautiful woman, a feminine woman, a compliant woman. That's it. That's it. We don't care. I mean, I ain't gonna say we don't care. We care, but it's like it's not a determining factor whether we want to be with a female or not. If she got a good career, she make it home back, she make it home money. Honestly, when do that ever help a man? It just helps her because she could look good, she could buy her own stuff, she wouldn't mind you spending so much on her, maybe, that in that sense, but when it comes to being a huge factor of why we chose her to be our woman, it's not much of a big factor. So this is a lot of reasons why the relationships and things go astray. It don't really work. It haven't been working for a long time. If you look at the statistics, marriages is going down, divorces is going up. It's because the system is completely rigged against these families, and that's meant to happen on purpose. Because as long as we can have stable homes, that we won't be able to raise our families correctly, and the government will be able to slide in and do whatever the F they want to do to the family. So you got a lot of these modern day women, ordinary good women. They see this feminist movement, and they're getting their ideas from that, and then they're getting their ideas from messing around with these high-tiered guys in their neighborhood, and those high-tiered guys playing with them. And then they generalize that on all men, when most men, I'd say, are good men. Not in the sense of they won't cheat, not in the sense of but they won't physically abuse a woman. That is something else, but in a good sense that, they are hardworking, they'll provide, and they're building themselves their own legacy for their own families. There's a reason why, women take the man's last name. A lot of people, a lot of feminists, they throw questions out there like, oh, why can't he have my last name? Why I got to give him? Why I got to take his last name? Well, that's easily explained. Biologically, men are the chieftain of the village, right? Biologically, this is why they say men are leaders, right? Yeah. The reason why we're leaders because one man could build a whole village. One woman cannot. It'll take her a lifetime to do at least a half of what a man could do. For example, one man, 100 women. If he get out of all 100 women, they're pregnant, the next year he'll have 100 or so children. You see how fast that can grow from one man, 100 women, next year, 100 or more children. Woman going to get pregnant once a year, once 9 months. How many kids is going to take her to make 100 babies? And would she be able to survive that type of, she wouldn't be able to survive something like that. So this is why a man's last name get passed down more so than a woman, because if a woman, you passing down a woman's last name, it won't last. It'll get washed out because she won't be able to produce far enough for the name to last, if you understand what I'm trying to tell you. Now, a man, people would take my last name, Thomas, and 100 people, I marry these women, right? And all 100 women have my last name, right? Which is, that's impossible. I know that. But at the same time, now let's say they all have my children, right? That's 100 or so more kids that they're going to give the last name to. So it's important that, and I pretty much created a whole village. That's a whole village right there, and now that whole village have my last name. So my last name will be able to last a lot longer than a female's last name. That's why she take the man's last name. She take up his mission, his goals, his agenda, what he's trying to push, what he wants for his family. She makes it happen for the family. If somebody comes in and give advice, she should be like, that's not our way. That's not his way. That's not his way, but that's our way. And a lot of people seem to get those things mixed up. Okay. Hey guys, if y'all have any questions, it's okay to go ahead and drop a question in here. And I wouldn't mind answering it, right? So you go ahead and drop a question, any concerns, anything. See, I gotta understand, like me personally, I never seen myself doing something like this. I was always into other things as far as music and stuff like that, but I never thought that I will end up making videos and talking about relationships, politics, culture, stuff like that. It's just a calling that came upon me, from doing like over 10 years of research and looking into these things and trying to find a real solid problem, to why we can't really connect in society today. It just drove me to a point where, I have to do something about it. I can't just sit here and be quiet. People that know me, they know I talk too much from what I used to be. I talk too much. This is an awkward camera view to be, to let y'all know right now, because the main camera I want to use is not on, so I'm gonna have to do without it for now. But yeah, and do you have any questions? Anybody? Hey, Melissa and Gene, we'll have to do the video thing another time, as far as y'all being up here with me and talking to me directly. And that's for everybody else, because it's just for some reason I can't see y'all here. I'm thinking it's saying that y'all on YouTube. It's saying that y'all on YouTube, but y'all not like here with me. You're supposed to be on StreamYard. That's how, you know, you guys are able to be on here with me. You have to be on the platform in the back office with me, and I'll be able to work with you guys. But right now, it seems like y'all just on YouTube watching a video. You know, which is crazy, right? Okay. Right. You're right, Tajman. You're right. I mean, it's all about communication, and a lot of these people just they get the wrong idea of what being submissive is. You know, you know, a lot of these feminist women, they're lonely fucking people, man. They are a lonely bunch, and they hate men, they hate society, you know, they hate women because these be the main people that supports transgenders joining the sports and dominating women. They support that, but they call themselves feminists. Like they're weird fucking people. They're a weird group, man. They are a weird fucking group of people, man. You know, so yeah, in that regard, you are definitely right. You know, now my thing is I'm going to be doing some more live videos, more topics. If you guys can reach out and help me with the topics and things that more ideas for more shows and stuff like that. You know, I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Mo. I appreciate it, Maurice. You know, that now this is my first time doing this from this platform, so it's like it's probably a little glitchy. I'm not even 100% sure, but it brought me a lot of issues. Like as far as my camera, you know, if my camera's not on, right? As soon as I press, you know, broadcast so I can go live, you know, my camera shut off, and it just shut off, and I think I gotta like kind of like stop the live and start it all back up again just to get it to work again. And I'm not about to do that. No, because we just gonna talk about what we came to talk about, guys. You know, I'm not gonna let that slow me down. All right. Now, as you can see, I'm wearing my merch. For all y'all who don't know, this is BOE. This is I'm working on an actual cryptocurrency. This cryptocurrency is going to be more of like a real estate type cryptocurrency where we're going to be building a lot of like helping people with their businesses, helping people with their home ownership, business, building business, stuff like that, to the point where like grocery stores and things of that nature. I want to give like a quick synopsis of this. I don't want to talk too much in depth with it because this is not for this. But I just wanted to show you the shirt. Shirt is dope, dope, dope. BOE token. The EOI. The EOI is Empire of Independence. A lot of you guys heard of that before. But that's I'm thinking about making that also a cryptocurrency also. Same thing with this one here. This one is called Black Owned Ecosystem. You know, and that's just talking, and that's going to be mainly about helping out the minority communities and stuff like that. But that don't mean just because it's Black owned that white people cannot support or help the cause. You know, we will give loans out to white people if they want to build a store, build some type of business that bring revenue and is going to help bring revenue towards the cause, right? So my hair not dead. That's why I'm wearing my I'm wearing my I'm wearing my do rag. Normally, when my hair is done, trust me, my handsomeness alone is gonna break the internet, right? So that's what this shirt is. If you want to order it, the link is below. The only thing I do is tap the link, go in there, order it, support the channel. You know, a lot of you guys saw a lot of my shirts and stuff already. You know, probably just lacking the link, or you liking me in general, right? So that's the third eye. That's the EOI symbol. That's the third eye philosophy symbol. That's the bow symbol, bow token, right? That's the Empire Independence, other symbol right there, right? You know, so I'm trying to start this movement. I'm trying to get more people on board so they can use their talents and everything, so we can put it all together, and we can actually build something out of this. You know, once I start marketing and pushing this stuff and putting money into it, you know, because that's what it takes nowadays to do marketing. You have to put your money into it. You know, that it could go a lot further. And then I'll be doing like collaborations with people, and then we'll be talking more about these topics, bringing more to light, bringing back reality more to light. That's why this is considered like a red pill movement. Because a lot of people got that part mixed up, like red pill, blue pill. You know, a lot of people online saying a red pill, and they're not even talking politics. You know, they're just talking, you know, boyfriend, girlfriend stuff, marriage. But if you look at it in a sense of the ideology that they're putting out is more traditional. So that's a red pill. So that's why they call it red pill movement. A lot of people don't know. They think red pill, oh, because you like Trump. No, red pill is just like an ideology. You know, it ain't against nobody. You know, it's just telling the truth, regardless how you feel. Take the blue pill, keep eating the lies because it make you feel good, red party, or take the red pill. You know, and you see how far the rabbit hole goes. You learn the truth. You learn who's been doing this to black people for millennia, for over 1,000 years, who've been torturing black people since the beginning of the time. You'll learn that. You'll learn that. That's the truth. And that's what red pill is. It teaches you the truth. That's it. And once you got the truth, you'll be able to pinpoint fake, hoax. You know, you'll be able to pinpoint all of this. You know, there's a reason why all these mass shooters is on psych meds. There's a reason why a lot of American citizens is on psych meds. It's going to be hard to wake those type of people up because those type of people is already on edge. So they're already about to snap. And so we see it every day. We see it every day. That's why all the people that do all these weird mass shootings and shit, they're on psych meds. And they've been weird way before they start doing that. Okay? Oh, I better stop before they gonna get me. They're gonna get me. They're gonna get me kicked off. Well, I'm for about 5 more minutes, and I'm gonna shut the live down. I appreciate you guys for being on. If y'all have any questions here y'all want to address that I can address within this 5 minutes, you go ahead and drop that question. You know, and I want to thank all the listeners and stuff from.
That is a vow, yeah, that is a promise. Always wanted to be famous, just being real, yeah, just being honest. My haters won't always be nameless, give them no clout, I give them no power. Creators built different than ancient, sooner than later, what will be ours? I keep an eye out for the numbers, I stay in contact, synchronization. To infinity, even beyond it, I am a common, no destination. A lot of things I am above, and there are a lot of things that are above me. Do not come for the people I love, cause then I get scary, then I get ugly, yeah. Ain't no problem when I'm the equation. Present, noted, observation. I'm not new here, reborn, creation. Coming, I may send it.